Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial and Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial and Mom, and today we are going live. We're talking live about last night's episode, Married at First Sight, season 16, episode 8, Poised for Battle. Now, also too on last night's show, Pastor Cal came to visit. He talked to the couples, and is he doing his normal Pastor Cal things like sweeping things under the rug, or maybe not getting as serious with some couples as he should for those who are clearly in trouble, meaning their relationships are having a hard time developing? That's kind of how it's coming across, just a little bit. But anyways, I would like to welcome everyone that's joining today, everyone that's going to see this on the replay. Hello, everyone in the bushes. Hello, everyone that's in the chat that's coming now or coming later. Hello, I'll go back and say hello again, go around. And also too, if you haven't already joined the family, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video. Leave your comments because, hey, I read every comment, and some comments are very entertaining. Some are thoughtful, and sometimes they even make me think like, you could be right. You know, something I haven't seen before or thought about. And if you can, share the video as well to help push us out into the YouTube streets algorithm and just get us back out there like we were before. But if not, that's okay. We're happy being right here in our lane. So hello so far to Frappes and Tea. Hello there. Hola. And Sharon. Hello. Good evening. I also want to say, I know there's weather pushing through. I think it's for the entire United States. I have the news on to the side, so I'm kind of like glancing at it. So here out west, we're dealing with, okay, so again, I know you all probably think, oh, that's not cold. In the desert, it's cold. It's 50 degrees. That's chilly. It's 50 degrees with a cold front. Some rain, which we only get rain like maybe 50 days a whole entire year, and actually some snow flurries that are in the mountains. So for this storm that's heading Midwest, East, and all that stuff, everyone, please be safe because they say it's going to be worse as it passes through. So again, good evening to everybody. And yes, we're going to talk about Married at First Sight. Last night's episode, season 16, episode 8, Poised for Battle. Again, I have pinned the StreamYard link right here. I'll do it again for anyone who would like to join the panel. Like sometimes you see other subscribers join and come on. You don't have to show your face. There has an option where you can block out the camera and we just hear your voice. You have that too, or go ahead and just leave your comments in the chat. So what did y'all think about last night's episode? What do you think about Pastor Cal talking to the couples? Is it me, or because I try to give a short video of synopsis of things that are happening in the show so it doesn't seem too long, but is like all the couples in trouble, even our front runner? Because what's up with Chris saying that he maybe wants to extend the lease and not necessarily like move in together if they do say yes, because Nicole has to ask him every single day on decision day. What's that about? I don't think I've ever heard that before on the show, and I've watched every season. Hi, Dolores. How are you this evening? Hello. So I think that's really, really interesting that he might want to consider, you know, staying at their own places. But doesn't he realize, Chris, that the place that they're staying in is a joint apartment? So I'm sure that maybe after they're done filming for 8 weeks, that they probably could just take it on doing like a month to month, or, you know, if they like it or something, or go ahead and research to see if you can find something for the sake of the dogs. So I really thought that was odd of Chris to say that. What do you all think? Let me read your comments. Sharon, you say, was 72 in Ohio today, 30 degrees tomorrow? Wow, that is a big temperature drop. Yes, I can't wait till it's 70 degrees here. Normally, February leading to March out west here, It's normally 70 degrees, but today is 50. It was just 70 on what's today? Thursday. I think it was just like on Monday or something. So yeah, that cold front that's coming through, they say from Canada, it's going you guys' way out east. So it's gonna definitely bring snow and crazy weather, I heard. So and Dolores, you say 80 in DC, 40s in the weekend. Oh my goodness, 80. Wow. Yes, it is crazy. You know, side note before we get started with the show, me, Millennial, or Cassandra, we were talking yesterday morning, and maybe it was this morning, and she was saying to me, she's like, Mom, how come we don't have any like winter clothes? Well, I mean, it doesn't get this cold all the time. Like this winter has been crazy for everybody. And I'm like, well, you know, the only place we could get that from is from a sporting goods store, because regular stores here don't sell heavier merchandise. Like this sweater that I have, this sweatshirt I have on right now, it's probably one of the heavier things that they sell during the year. So, you know, because doesn't snow here usually. So, but anyways, that's side note. All right, so let me get back to this show. So Sharon, you say very out of Chris to suggest a 9-month lease, right? But I do understand why he said that, because of the dog situation. But still, I mean, if Nicole is badgering him every day, like, what are you going to say on decision day? Which I personally think is annoying. You know, I wouldn't want to hear that from my new spouse, because technically you're still a stranger. Yes, we're getting along for now, but that would really irk my nerves if the show goes along. So, but I just think that, you know, if they are considering saying yes, they could find something else while they're in the process, right? And Frappes and T, you say Chris should compromise and move into her building and have his own apartment when his lease is up. Yes, there definitely need to be, Frappes and T, some sort of compromise as well, because there's 3 dogs. They know that. So apparently where Cole lives, she can probably get away with having an extra dog or so. And even her dad took part of, you know, keeping her dog for a little while versus his dog. But that extra lease, again, like I said, maybe, no, I was going to say maybe they're not the front runners. I still think they are the front runners, but there's something else that's going on with Chris. Because remember how he was just, you know, so upset and everything about the dogs not coming. And now he wants to possibly sign an additional lease. So yes. So yeah, so like I said, Pastor Cal. So I'm not surprised at all. And we'll get into the couples individually as we go along. I'm not surprised by Gina. Gina never pulled the wool over my eyes ever since she couldn't get past that. What was said clearly, because it still keep coming up. That is her deal breaker with Pastor Cal. So but her not moving in, I'm not surprised by that at all. Jasmine and Airris, I mean, he's being honest, but he needs to be more clear, because he is giving mixed signals. You would think it would be Jasmine, but no, it's definitely Airris giving mixed signals. Shaq and Kirsten, again, I'm jaded. I just think what she's saying isn't real, just based off what he said early on during the after party. So her even giving them, are you attracted to me kind of thing. She said no. I mean, then she went on to say, yes, we could compromise. I don't know. She's also not pulling the wool over my eyes. And Dominique's mom clearly signed her up for the wrong show. That's how I look at it. So, all right. And then Sharon, you say, if you say yes on decision day, you wouldn't want to find a place together. Exactly. Why wouldn't you want to find a place together? Like, make that make sense, Chris. Like, seriously, like he needs to be on the after party to hear why he said what he said. So everybody else is telling a little bit of tea at a time. It's time for Chris to give some too. So the person in the back, you ready? Okay, let me bring you up. Hello, sir. Hello, Devante.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you today?
You know, I'm good on this hot Cincinnati day.
You know, I'm low-key hating on y'all that's got the 70 degrees, what it's supposed to be like that here. I have the curtains open because, you know, the sun is still out. At least I can say that. The sun is still out here till about 5:30 for like another hour, but there's snow clouds over the mountains, because the desert was surrounded by mountains. You got snow clouds on one side, and you have rain on the other side. So it's too warm to snow, but it's windy. The weather's crazy, you know? So
has Vegas ever got snow?
Yes. Last time we had snow that was on the ground was 2014. And then before that was 2008. So There's a few schools that actually didn't open today for the wind and the snow. I was like, whatever. I'm serious. Mm-hmm. So let me read this one comment. Sharon says Airris is emotionally unavailable. 1,000% agree. And then you have some hellos in the chat, Devontae. So.
How y'all doing?
All right. Well, I was just talking in general because I was saying that I tried to give, because this season is so far giving fluff. I try to give like really short reviews of like 25 minutes or less just to get to the nitty gritty. Because I don't think that we have gotten any more information that we don't already know. So it's kind of hard to give a more detailed review. So I think these lives are kind of better to get it out. But what I was saying is, are we holding Pastor Cal accountable for maybe not going as hard in as he could have with some of these couples? For example, like Gina and Clint, and a Dominique and Chris. You've heard that they're struggling. Why is that? Oh, we understand. No. Have her make a decision. I think she needed to make a firm decision, not just like give maybe, but I'm still going to stay here. So really, she didn't make a decision. And then for Dominique, we'll find out next week. So I personally can't see Dominique staying more than 2 more weeks. I don't see it. Because let her find out that Gina's staying in her own spot too. All right. So you can start anywhere. I started with, let's go ahead and just stick with Gina and Clint. First of all, Clint didn't have to go very far. They stay in the same building, right? All he did was like go around the corner and maybe up a floor or two, but he tripped me out. I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm like, yeah, she just has different stuff in there than you. But I still say that Clint is doing his best at trying to be willing to still be on the show, willing to give his feelings, willing to give his all, because he's mentioned that again to Pastor Cal and everything. But Gina, she's just checked out, and I really wanted her to be authentic, she had to kind of like be talked into staying and doing it day by day, and she kept bringing up Slender. So what would you take with that when you watched it?
Her keep bringing that up. I feel like one of the seasons where somebody just kept bringing up. Her. This is what it is. Her bringing up the what was it? Slender.
Mm-hmm.
She's like the new. Yeah, she's like the new Isis. Like when Isis kept bringing up being a virgin, it's Slender this time. It's Slender. She gonna keep beating us over the head. I was like, he hurt my feelings. I'm like, get over it. He said he didn't mean it, wasn't personal.
Right.
I said that's all in your head. Like everybody is literally telling you beautiful. Everybody like you're a good looking woman. What more do you want him to do?
Right.
Like, so basically you saying he can't never make no mistakes. Because he made a mistake, even though it was an honest mistake. Because you got to say what you didn't like, but as soon as he said it's a problem, and I'm just like, you ready to not move in because of that? You not comfortable? I was like, he just said what he used to date. I don't understand what's the big deal.
I agree with that. I think, just like Dolores says in her comment, I think the statement that Clint made his excuse to get out, she's not feeling Clint. Right. And I think
that too.
You do? I think that maybe, like I said, the honeymoon is always the telltale. Always, always, always. But I think that maybe after she saw him and after they got married and all the hoopla was over and she saw him in light, the real light, then she decided, I'm used to tall, dark, and handsome, and this is not it. So I'm going to go, But yet she still got to push out her business and in the beauty business. So is she another one on here that's just promoting her show? Because if she was attracted to someone, who said that last week? Was it you or someone in chat? If she was attracted to Clint, do you think she would have taken that comment the same way? Would she have tried to forgive and move forward, or what?
I think by now, yeah, probably she was attracted to him, but I think she wanted maybe like a Brad Pitt, Bradley Cooper. And that's not what she got.
But they're not tall, dark, and handsome, though.
Oh, she said she wanted tall, dark, and handsome.
I believe that's what she said. Let me know in the chat.
How they end up with Clint? I'm confused. What about him is dark?
I don't
know. If she said tall, dark, and handsome, and they gave her Clint, this the expert's fault. Then they ain't listening.
It's the experts of few people, actually. Gina's not slender. Own it. You started this whole mess. She absolutely did start this whole mess. Like I said, you could dish it, you can't take it. She's still standing 10 toes down.
She's slim thick. I don't understand what her problem is. Like, that's in style, Gina.
Right.
Like, I don't. But I think it's something. It's herself. You can't really tell somebody how they feel about themselves. So you could see them as the most beautiful person, but she just don't feel like that. So maybe she need to go to therapy or really needs to love herself. I don't think she's ready for no marriage, because I feel like you ain't talking about nothing but that business. So it sounds like you came on this show. You came on this show for your business. You're gonna promote that 1,000 times. People gonna go click the link, and you might get some people to come in there or whatever. But you don't like Clint, and you just need to say, you talk about, usually when I see someone, if I'm not attracted to them, I'll just point out the things I like about them. Like, what?
Right. So,
and then,
I was gonna say, excuse me, that shows that Gina is shallow herself. She's giving shallow thoughts, shallow messages, because like I said, she's saying, she's never been called this, and she's a size 26 in the waist, and blah, blah, blah. But yet, when again, Clint said in front of Cal that she called me a ginger, I think that's offensive. And she's like, yeah, well, we're using a beauty business. So it can't be both ways. So clearly it's maybe body dysmorphia if she has of herself. So someone says it about her or a different light, then she's like turned off. So I don't know. I think, they definitely did Clint a disservice. Like I said, originally when I saw the show, the previews, I thought Clint was going to be the bad guy, but it's not the case. I actually like Clint. I didn't think I would.
I like him. Clint is probably, him and Shaq are probably really the most open people on the show. Oh, and Jasmine. The three open people on the show that's actually open for the experience and is giving 100% they are. Everybody else is just here.
Yeah.
They here. I don't understand, but Gina just gotta stop. That's her problem.
Right. Did you see?
Got a good man.
She does. Did you see the after party? And everybody in the chat, did you see the after party? Okay, so we'll talk about the couples and a little bit of the after party, because really this episode didn't give a lot. So next week is friends and family, right? So originally, remember when they first looked at the apartment, Clint said he wanted to invite everybody over and have tacos and margaritas.
Yeah. Right.
So I didn't necessarily get that vibe this time. I saw her standing. Now, was she standing in their joint place, or was she standing? Where was she? Because they didn't look like they were eating. She was just like concerned over what may or may not be said.
I don't think she's gonna move in.
No, you think it's over? You think she's gonna give her answer?
I don't think it's over. I don't think she's gonna move in. She's just gonna do the long game. She's gonna stay on TV as long as she can, and then say a no on decision day. And she's just gonna keep on, and she's gonna keep on trying to. I couldn't take the disrespect. She just never got over it. And it's okay, but you hold grudges, and you can't. That's letting us know that you're not ready for marriage, because you can't hold grudges and get married. It don't make no sense. You can't spend a lifetime with somebody and think that they're not gonna say nothing to offend you. Or do something off the wall. It's gonna happen, and you're gonna do it.
She's done it, but she don't see that she's done it. That's the problem. That is
like you just like, oh, well, everybody else uses it. Like, yeah, but you can't use it. I told you that it was offensive. I don't care what everybody else does. When they saying it, when they're saying ginger, I'm offended by them too. But I don't know them. You my wife. I'm telling you, I don't want you to say that around me.
Right. Well, let's move to I'm gonna save Dominique and McKinley for last. Let's move to Jasmine and Airris. the look on his face when he was talking to her, when she was trying on her crowns and her sashes, things like that, and he heard those dogs in the background, I was like, here we go. I forgot, you know what, for a hot second, I forgot she had as many dogs as she had. But the reason why he said he didn't care for dogs is because he got a scratch on his forehead when he was younger. Like, how old was he when he got that scratch that he's still stressing about?
Probably I don't know. You know, some people, one thing happened to them when they're kid, and it just turn them off forever.
Right. That's true, Dolores. This is the first season of MAFS. The two couples don't. That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. So, do you think when they talked to Pastor Cal that he was being honest and open, Airris?
About Jasmine? Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, I don't think he did the best job of saying what he liked about her. Because really what he liked is things she did. He didn't really say what he liked about her. He liked that like what she, like it was all what she did. Oh, you could balance everything, you're a go-getter, but like what about her? Like you didn't say she was funny, pretty, like understanding, you know what I mean? I would have expected a little bit more. But again, I mean, he's not attracted to her, so I don't really think he's trying to really dive deep because I think I don't know. Yeah, but I don't really understand what is his type. Like, because I'm like, she's not ugly.
Right. I agree with you. I don't think he's trying to dive deep either. And I think he was trying to come up with nice things to say. And I think for him, it was a struggle to do so, honestly. But I do appreciate the fact that he mentioned all the titles she's had and all her accomplishments. But when he said, I'm just, when you have a type. So I appreciate his honesty with that. I just think he's beating around the bush. And that's why I think he's also sending mixed signals, because he said even though they weren't intimate, he was rubbing on her leg. That's a mixed signal. And then Cal said that, you all can have skin to skin contact, and hold hands, things like that. He's like, yeah, I could do that. But he don't want to do that. Like, why would you want to hold your friend's hand? I don't know any male friend that would want to hold their female friend's hand. But right. Sharon says Airris needs therapy for his childhood traumas. True. And he needs to make the stallion.
Yeah, he just needs to grow up. Why would you get up again?
He's 39.
Again, yeah. Sometimes, 39 don't mean nothing in the head.
That's true.
Because it's just like, you signed up for an experiment where you have to be open and you're not open. Again, another closed-minded person who just focused on looks. And I'm just like, what does your ex look like? Because I want to see. I was like, because you was with her or whatever y'all was doing for a whole year. You 39, ain't never been in love. So what happened? It had to be something in your childhood. Because usually your first love is your mother. And then you find the first love after that. You ain't never been in love in 39 years, dude.
Right. I've been searching for the picture of the mutual friend that he slept with before he came on the show. I've been searching for it. As soon as I find that picture, I'm putting it in. That's all I got to say. But Sharon says,
look on Twitter or Reddit.
Yeah. Sharon says, Airris seems to think Jasmine is so into him, very arrogant. Well, that's true. He does think that. He's like, oh, she's much more into me. Well, she did say she wore her heart on her sleeve and she falls in love easy. So that could be.
I think she is more into him than he's into her. But, I mean, she keep on talking about falling in love. You need to check yourself, because what you falling in love with, he ain't really giving you nothing. He's not really affectionate.
Like her background. Like like you said, she's a go-getter, so her background. So, she's always maybe like getting to the bag. So maybe he sees that, as the positive, because just like Frappes and T just said, he talked about things he could benefit from Jasmine, like her taking care of him on his deathbed. Yeah, but also too, when he said that, Frappes and T, I was like, well, if you're not intimate with her, why would you even make that comment? For what? Because why you can't even get to the point of when we had kids together if you're not attracted to her. Yes, you can have sex with somebody, but I don't think that's what he would really want.
I don't know. Oh no, I was speaking to I can't pronounce his name.
Oh, Kirby?
Oh yeah, I should have said Kirby. Yeah.
Hey Kirby, how are you? So, I don't know. I think that also too, let me just jump to not the after party, for the next week for the family and friends. When he's sitting down with his cousin and she says, I'm not coming over, I said, oh my goodness, here we go. The cousin just needs to come out and say whatever she needs to say. Like, can we get a cousin segment to find out the who, what, when, where, and why? Because clearly in the beginning, we thought, at least, let me speak for myself. I thought the cousin was hating. I thought she was play hating on Rainey. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's what she was doing. But clearly the cousin knows her cousin. But why do you think that she don't want to come over? Because I mean, there's no interaction, well, not that we know of, that she had with Jasmine other than the wedding and reception. I mean, just because you don't necessarily agree that Airris went through this process, like, why would you not come to get to know her more or see how the relationship is going? I think that's different. Hi, Ashley.
How you doing? I think she may have told him about his cousin. Like, what's your cousin beef with me? I don't even know her. Like, she gave me the cold shoulder because his cousin was kind of like standoffish, kind of rude, like short.
Yeah, Sharon says that girl is a kissing cousin.
I don't believe she'd kiss a cousin. I mean, she could. She could. They could have grew up like, she probably just know her cousin doing dumb stuff. And she could be just really over it. Like, she been doing this their whole life. You don't know. Like, cuz, you know you don't love her. Like, oh my God. And now you gonna get on TV and embarrass yourself. Why? Why? To do what? To get more women? You already a player. How much more women do you need?
Right.
So it could be something. I don't know, but I feel like it could have been something behind the scenes. Like, maybe she told him about his cousin, and then he probably told her. And the cousin was like, I don't care what she thinks. You know how it go.
Yeah. I think that maybe Jasmine and Airris, not Jasmine and Airris, maybe Airris and his cousin grew up like brother and sister, maybe. So maybe that could be the reason why. But she is, I mean, even if you see your cousin like being, a womanizer or just not treating women right, or just, just being out there in them streets like that, he's 39. So it's not really anything that you can say. So you kind of have to like deal with it. It's not like, we're guessing y'all were doing something together, but yeah. So Jasmine picked up on that. And so next week, I don't know who she's confronting, but is she going to be confronting Airris at the housewarming, or is she going to be confronting the cousin or his other family at the housewarming too? Because that's what it's giving. It's like something's going to go down with that.
I think probably they asked like, so how you liking the family? And she probably was like, I mean, the family's nice, but except his one cousin, I don't know what's her beef for me. But she said it like she was like she said I'm fake, so something must have happened.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she's getting fake from the her being in pageants, because why would you think? Or it just ding, light bulb. Maybe so they all are part of that friend group. So maybe she also knows the girl that her cousin slept with, and she knows Jasmine through that girl, since they're all like that triangle. They know each other. So maybe she knows more about Jasmine than Jasmine knows she knows. That could be a plot twist.
Be there. Or I was thinking when she said she was fake because the answers, because she's a pageant queen. But I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, but if Airris's answers are fake too, because I mean, you just supposedly met each other for the first time, so I don't know. Well, let's move to Shaquille and Kirsten. I've never, just like Shaquille, I've never seen an apartment like Kirsten's before. I've never, ever walked into someone's place and be like, do you really live here?
Yep. I feel like her house represents her. They usually say your house is like kind of how your life is going. I told y'all it's a pretty apartment. Ain't nothing in it. Ain't nothing in there. Look at how the apartment relates to Kristen. Ain't nothing in there. It ain't even got a nightstand. Who ain't got a nightstand? You ain't got a nightstand for your phone. Oh, I put it on the bed. The headboard Where's the sides of the bed? That look like you just found a headboard and screwed the bed up to it. That's that like she living like a dude. Like what?
I mean, hey, no shade to anybody who's living minimalist. I mean, that's you. But
I've never heard of a minimalist.
I've heard of people who declutter, but I've never known anyone to just have like the sofa and then the bed, and that's it. They should have like peeked in her bathroom, see if she had any towels, because it wasn't giving dishes, towels. It wasn't giving none of that.
Where the makeup at? Where was the lip gloss? We ain't see nothing. I know your house supposed to be clean, but it's supposed to leak. That house didn't even look a little lived in. It looked like you was renting it, or that was somebody's house or something, or you just moved. It looked like just moved, and I'm waiting to get the rest of the stuff out of storage.
Right. But what I did see on the counter by the stove was a couple wine bottles. So she said she has what she needs. So I guess she needs that wine, because that's exactly what that was, because I noticed that.
I mean, yeah, but she said she ain't never at home. So where you at?
Good question. Good question. Something we need to know. Now, on the after party, she did say that due to COVID, she'd ordered furniture and it never came in. So after 6 months, she said cancel the order. So that's why she don't have no furniture in there. But I mean,
so was this filmed in 2021, 22?
This was filmed right after San Diego. This was filmed in like July. I think July 22nd they filmed this. So I mean, that's her story. So we gotta roll with her story. That's what she said. That's what she said. Not even.
I know furniture is back ordered, but like years of back order. That sounds like you just moved.
Sharon says Kirsten is fake too. She's nice on the outside, nothing on the inside. What do we know about her really? Yep. That's what Devontae and y'all been saying. So I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. But one thing that Cal said was they put them together because he sees they were looked at as a power couple about how they are doing things, how their life is set up, and where they're going from here. And I could see, of course, we know about Shaq because of what he's doing with his PhD. He's mentoring youth and his direction in life. But honestly, what is Kirsten doing? That's not shade. Like, what's her job? Do I have to look it up? Because I don't know. Anybody know?
I forgot what they said she did.
Yeah. Well, do you see them as a power couple the way that Cal said the experts see them as?
They have potential. But again, she said it herself that it takes her a while to open up. But I'm just like, does it take you a while to open up on the normal, or it takes you a while to open up because you don't really like him? And I'm just like, or you're not attracted to him, because I'm just like, I don't know her enough to say like she could really be a slow. There's some people that's like that. They don't trust easy. Like maybe something happened in their lifetime. They just don't trust people. So they just gonna be like, I'm gonna let him go through the ringer and put him through it to see if he really stick around.
I mean, I understand that. I understand that concept about it. But again, for all of us who've been watching Married at First Sight, no matter when you join the season, whether it be season 1, 2, this is your first season. You cannot go in reserve on an 8-week process. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So if you are a naturally reserved person, or you're naturally standoffish, or whatever the case may be, this is not the show for you, because you're going to get overwhelmed and it's not going to be a good thing. So, so that's, I'm trying to see where the experts are dropping the ball at, because everyone can't pull in my opinion, everyone can't pull the wool over your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Everyone can't give you the perfect pageanty answers, male or female. Every time, every season, there's always something going on with someone, either individually or as a couple on this show. Like, they can't always be, trusting what everybody has to say. Frappes and T says, maybe for Kirsten, maybe she put stuff away because she doesn't want too many people in her business. No, she doesn't have nothing in there, Frappes and T.
What's she putting away? Her closet was just like it
was a normal closet for her. Yeah. Oh, she's in real estate. Thank you, Kirsten. I mean, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Kirsten's in real estate. And then Dolores, I can see them a power couple issues attracted to Shaq. Okay. I mean, the potential is there. Honestly, for anyone that the experts put together, the potential is there if they put the right couple together to do big things. It just is. The potential is there for everybody, but I understand. So, well, I guess Shaq is going to be the one cleaning up because he didn't like the way her closet looked. Her closet gave him anxiety. And I'm like, well, her stuff was put up and her shoes just weren't in boxes. So that gave you anxiety.
It's like, dude, just shut. This why you just need to stop. Just stop. Like, it gave you anxiety. That closet wasn't even bad. The shoes, whatever, it really wasn't that bad. Like, that's why I was like, do she live there? Because I'm like, where are her clothes at?
Yeah.
Like, my wife got clothes for a day. Like, tags from stuff that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you know how long I bought this?
Right.
Like, you ain't see none of that in her closet. So I'm just like, anxiety.
Most women have tags still on their clothes, whatever. You may go up a size, down a size. Whatever. Lord knows I got tags and stuff. I can't.
I think I was more alarmed that she ain't had no decor. There was no decor. There was no pictures of the family. You just had one little picture. Like, didn't that where that picture was look like she just, girl, I need a picture. Hurry up. So I can make it seem like I live here. Like,
right.
Like,
that's what was missing for me too. Like, you don't have to have like a lot of furniture. You don't have to have, lots of stuff, but at least a picture, whether it be of your family or just like a decorative picture, like one behind me, you know what I'm saying? Like something in there to give the room more life. Like you said, like someone actually lives there, but anyways, Sharon says Kirsten would be her same dry self, even if she was attracted to them, if she's slow moving. Yeah, I think she's dry too. That's part of the issue for me. Shaq is outgoing, ambitious. Not saying Kirsten's not ambitious, but when you're outgoing, you're chatty, because I'm chatty. Listen, and if you're not as chatty as me, I mean, that's okay. But I mean, to be in a relationship with someone who just like never has nothing to say and just that's not going to work too often. And she already said, I'm not attracted to you. This time on camera, I'm not getting power couple, so I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, she's not going to change. It's rare that you see somebody just have an epiphany.
Right.
And be like, I'm stupid and I'm really messing up with a good man because he got everything I want. He don't have hair. That's really like, does the scar bother you? Like, what is it?
Right.
Like,
it was an automatic turn off when she said that when she was getting ready to get married. I don't want a man with a bald head. And that's exactly what they did.
The future people on here need to know. Y'all need to be specific. Pastor Kyle said it. If a beard and a head and hair means like, if you don't have that, I can't deal with them, let us know. Don't be like, I mean, I would prefer that he has a beard. No, he gotta have a beard. It's a must. Even if it's a little bit, he gotta be doing something on the face. You gotta have some type of wave, some curls, something.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That was definitely like a no from jump. She didn't even get married, and everybody was like, oh Lord, this is not gonna work, already. So let's move to Chris and Nicole. Like we started in the beginning. I mean, how do you look at other places you want to sign your lease if we say yes after decision day? Now, he was already being hit upside his head. She probably asked him 10 times a day, what are we going to say on decision day? I'm like, girls, stop doing that. Because I'm annoyed and it's not even me. You know what I'm saying? So he went from crying to the dogs to wanting to still have a lease after the fact. Right? Did I already talk about this?
Right.
So I don't understand that. So I saw some comments just on different pages, things like that, Facebook stuff, were saying that he did all that crying just to be like, maybe we need 9 months somewhere else. So I don't know. Do you think he set her up to see where her mind is, where her heart is, or what do you think is going on?
I mean, they had sex, so maybe the sex wasn't. Maybe it wasn't what it was hidden for. I mean, you gotta think they had sex. If a dude, you had sex with a girl for the first time, y'all in the honeymoon phase. You don't want to
Yeah.
live with her? That's easy access. That ain't making no sense. That's consistency right there. You want to keep on traveling because of them stupid dogs?
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
like,
it seemed like Nicole wasn't the happier one about that because that was Chris's suggestion. So and remember last week we thought like maybe because Chris hadn't had anything intimate in like 3 times a year, we thought maybe it was Chris. So maybe Chris is just saving himself for the right person. I don't know. You don't
no,
think so?
he too emotionally attached to them dogs.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I'm just saying, he weird. He weird. I see why he had sex 3 times in a year relationship. He like he say a lot of stuff that just don't make no sense, but it makes sense to him. Like, I understand that you don't want to. Why would you tell her, your wife, to sign another 9-month lease? You should have
Right.
never got married. Like, she ain't. I know you. It sounds like basically they married, but he want to date. And I'm just like, what was the point of you going on this show for that? Because she
Right.
want to be married, like legit married, have a
Mm-hmm.
house, have kids, and you trying to basically do the experiment in reverse. You got the paperwork, so we married, but let's act like we're dating.
Right. I got you. Yeah. So back to Kirsten real quick and Shaquille. Sharon says if Shaq had hair, Kirsten would still have issues. She's different. Something's up with her. Didn't she have a 4-year relationship and no marriage? That's a good point.
Did somebody have a baby on somebody? Was it her? I thought somebody had a baby on
That was
somebody.
her. That if that weren't her, it was Jasmine. It was one of them. Somebody that was with
Might have
had a
been
baby right
Jasmine.
before they came on the show. Yeah. So.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sharon also says Chris seems very nice, but doesn't seem like a leader. He wants to be led. Okay, I can see your point with that.
I don't think he wants to be led, because if he wanted to be led, he would have just moved right in with her.
No, well, it comes down to those dogs, though. It comes down to those dogs. He can't go anywhere without his dogs. So,
Well, yeah. All right. Good luck with them dogs. I'm so tired of Married at First Sight and these dogs. Could y'all please get some people that ain't got no animals, no abnormal attachment to animals. I don't
mhm.
know why all these people on here would literally give up the possible love of your life,
Uh-huh.
a good mother or father to your children, for some dogs. I said, I understand dogs are like children. I said, but dogs not really loyal like that. I said, you could drop the dog in a pound, the dog could be happy with a whole nother family tomorrow. There
That's
is no loyalty. Like, they only loyal, they loyal for who loyal to them. That's it.
right, right. But you know what? Let me do a quick side note on that.
Mm-hmm.
The person who had this is where the experts should have learned their lesson from with Virginia and what was his name when she had the cats. Can't think of his name.
Oh,
Remember, she was always the party girl, Virginia. I can't think. He was in the Air
yeah.
Force. Yeah. That's where they should have
Okay.
learned their lesson because that relationship fell apart for 2 reasons: one, her party ways, and 2, having a room specifically for her cats. So, and then Sharon, you say no next season, no pets allowed. Yeah, there should be something going on with that. But what do we all think about Nicole
That
when?
was Eric.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah. What do you think about when Pastor Cal asked Chris, has he seen Nicole's New York Ways come out? And he said, no, I haven't seen anything. First of all, I don't, he couldn't even convince me of that because she talks too much, which she gives like attitude a little bit. But she's like, yes, you have. And she was like showing the picture like this, you gave us this wedding picture. Da, da, da. I'm like, Nicole, wait, girl.
Giving cool.
That picture is you. Like, what did we see? What you see, even though you may not like what you've seen, that's your fault. I mean, she did have the dark eyes, kind of look like raccoon eyes, but she did say on the after party that right before she walked down the aisle, like she had some champagne or something spilled on her. So she didn't get a chance to get her makeup redone. So she was smelling like champagne on her dress, things like that. So the picture you got is exactly what you look like. So why would you complain to production like that? I mean, they're filming you every day, asking like, is there a better picture? Probably.
I thought it was the picture they chose for them to like walk into. And if she thought, I thought like she was mad that they picked that particular picture.
I thought it was just the wedding picture, like whatever wedding picture it was, whether it be them walking in the reception or walking to out the reception. Either way, no matter what picture they chose of her, that was still her. That's exactly what she looked like, you know. So
Right.
That's just what it is. I don't know. Sharon says Nicole owned up to her crazy. Yeah, she definitely did.
She did, but that ain't no excuse for you to be acting a fool, sitting there yelling at the camera, looking goofy.
Right.
Why are you yelling at nobody like somebody gonna talk back?
A lot of things get caught on camera, but nothing like this be caught on camera where you just doing stuff just to be doing stuff. So Cal called them out on that agreement about saying yes on decision day. And she was like, no matter what Cal says, she's still going to ask every day, no matter what. Because he said, well, what if you guys get into an argument and maybe today you're not feeling good and you're not feeling like, you know, I don't know if I'm going to say yes. Like, you know, something else could happen. She's like, no, that's not going to happen for me. I think Nicole's expectations of this relationship are one that she's had in her mind for a while of what she feels possibly a relationship and a marriage should be. And I don't think Chris really has expressed the type of relationship that he really wants or what he really needs, because Nicole is just so pushy with her agenda. So I'm not sure if you all agree with that, but I definitely agree. Think that that's how Nicole is. What do y'all think about being asked to say yes on decision day every day? What do you think about that? Isn't that like weird to you? So I think so. I think that's weird. I wouldn't want to be asked about that every day.
I mean, yeah, I agree with what Pastor Cal said. Like, what if you piss him off one day? Do you be like, so are we still saying yes on this? No, we're not.
She really gonna go off.
I don't want to say yes. Right. Yeah. And then he just feel like, I don't feel like saying yes to you on decision day. If today was decision day, it's a no for me, dog. Then you're gonna be sitting there. We're like, oh, that's how you gonna do me? And after I gave up my dog to my dad for the little 2 humping dog, she gonna go off.
Speaking of the humping dogs, why do they have to show the clip of the dogs? Did the dog start off on the bed and then the sofa going to town? I'm like, and you see these dogs every night.
Yeah, he gotta get that dog snipped.
Oh yeah. It's an older dog too, you can tell.
ASAP.
Sharon says, I wouldn't like it, but Chris has something to say. Yeah, I don't know. I hope Chris opens up a little bit more as the show goes along. So let's move. And then next week for next week's episode. So Nicole is again the spokesperson. So they're all sitting around and she's telling somebody, we don't know who. You're going to regret this one day. You're going to regret it. Who do you think she's talking to? You think she's talking to Dominique or Gina or Airris or Jeff? Who do you think she's talking? Because it could be anybody, honestly, because everyone seems to be on rocky ground.
It's given she's going to be talking to Airris. It's either Airris or what's her name? Dominique.
Okay. Well, let's roll right into Dominique. What do we think before we even get to Cal coming over? You know what? I think it was Vince last week from the Jasmine show that gave Dominique the name Princessy when I couldn't come up with something because I said in my review. She definitely gives off Princessy. And when we saw her apartment, I was less than enthused. So was McKinley. Now, if anybody would have had like a decent setup, I would have thought it would have been Dominique. It didn't. It gave crickets. That's what it gave. A big snore.
Salt and pepper.
And she's got the nerve to be upset that McKinley is looking around like he's supposed to be impressed. Impressed at what? It looks like the same spot you about to move into, just with your furniture.
Literally, that's why I was like, is they in the same building or something? Like the door The door looked like the apartments that the production we put them in.
Yeah. And so I'm like, so she didn't like his energy? Why? Because he's not saying, ooh, I like your furniture. Like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a 1 bedroom. So what's a tour to take? If you have a 1 bedroom that's not like very spacious, there's nothing to see. You're gonna walk in, it's a living room, and then maybe down the hall, depends on how large or small your hall is, there's your room. So what? I don't understand the problem. So
And it was clean. It's just like, I'm a dude. Like, I'm not gonna be going in your cabinets like
right.
that, especially if I know I'm on camera. It'd be different if we was off camera. I might like, but we on camera. I'm not about to be on here going, I know ain't nothing in your cabinet but glasses. You think I'm gonna go in there about, oh, these are not? No.
Right, right. So I didn't understand what her expectation of that was.
Because she 25. She think she's still in her 25-year-old stage. He older. She wanted an older fun man.
She
They gave
wants a
her
sugar daddy. That's what she wants.
she wanted Clint.
Mm-hmm.
Clint is like, Clint is older, but Clint still, that's the guy that's older, is established, and is adventurous. What's
Yes.
his name? What's our dude? What McKinley is
Yes.
older, established,
Right.
but like, he's a Netflix and chill guy. He want to chill at the house. He
Mm-hmm.
low key. He probably chill with his like, his idea of fun is probably like a family vacation. That's probably when he have fun. Other than that, he probably just want to go to the bar, catch a game, drink some beer, come
Right.
home. That's
Right.
it.
Right. Sharon says Dom is coming off very masculine to me and feminine at all. Probably not feminine. I picked up on that last night, Sharon. I got masculine vibes from her. I get masculine vibes from Nicole too, but that's
When
just
she
my
was just like, bro, you gonna let me talk, bro?
right. Yeah, they give
That.
me the same vibe. And then, before they even get to the apartment, so she's already like huffing and puffing because he's not looking at her like sheets and her towels and stuff like that. Then they get into argument in the car about why he's living in that basement, why he's not established, and if he loved his dog so much, why, again, they're not with him. And I think McKinley did the right thing with leaving his dogs where they were, because if he wasn't established and stable, maybe they couldn't come along with him to the next place. He is in the basement and they probably told him, nope, you can't bring your dogs. But, when you get settled. Now, McKinley's attached to his dogs the same way it sounds like Chris is attached to his dogs. That's what I got from that. But the difference is he wasn't crying behind him. Not yet. You got emotional. But I think that Dominique is just like, kind of like, yeah, well, you say that, kind of like you say that, oh, well, it is what it is. But one thing I did learn that I didn't know or realize is that McKinley, he owns his own cannabis business. Because if that's true, oh yeah,
Money, he got money.
Right. I was like,
It'll take a minimum of $1 million to even file the paperwork.
See, I didn't even know that, but still, the point is he's got cash. So Dominic gives across, yes, she wants someone older man, someone with more established money. So clearly, McKinley is established financially. He just don't have his own spot because he's moving back from having a breakup. Now, I think that's part of the issue, that he was just in a relationship and maybe he's not completely over that. So he went from breaking up to signing up. You know what I'm saying? And so did Kirsten or Jasmine, one of them, or even both, to the show. And I don't think they've had enough time to separate that. So, and then two, McKinley is not feeling Dominique's energy, because she definitely gives off energy every time she talks to him, even on the honeymoon. Oh, you don't want to ride the horses? Oh, you don't want to do this? No, but he tried.
The exact thing. Yeah, the exact thing she complaining about that he doing, she really doing it. He's not really complaining. He just be like, I I don't really want to do it, but I'll do it for you. But then you go and you complain about everything he do.
Right.
Like, oh, you didn't even wasn't interested in my apartment. Like, baby, it ain't that much interest in a 1 bedroom that's very clean could be. It ain't nothing in here that's over the top that I ain't never seen.
Right.
What you want me to? What you want? You got custom lampshades? Like, what am I supposed to be coming here? Right. What you want me to do?
It's a regular old apartment, so I don't get that. So let me read this comment real quick. Ashley says, Are you going to watch Couples Couch? Do you want me to watch Couples Couch? I could give it a try and see how it goes. It's on tonight, right? I can see how it goes. Anybody else interested? Are you interested, Devontae? Anybody else in the chat?
What's that? Oh, when the old couples come and talk?
Uh-huh.
No. I don't really want to hear what they say. Half of them delusional still.
Why did her mom sign her up for the show? She's too young. I don't know. Actually, I'll give it a try, and I could do a quick premiere review on it and see who it touches and reaches and don't, and then I'll go from there. I can give it a try since you suggested. Sure, I can give it a try. Yeah. But Sharon, you say, why did Dom's mom sign her for the show? I don't know. Is Dom's mom married? Or is she trying to push the agenda off on Dom? Because
her mama married. Her mom married to her Caucasian stepdad.
Oh, I didn't think they were still together. I thought maybe it was just her, the mom, and the grandma.
Nah, they married.
Okay.
That's why he said that it was weird that her stepfather never really looked at him or something. Like we'll lock eyes, but he never really tried to look. Like he said that was her stepdad.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, we got 2 watches and 2 no's. Is that a no for the show, Fried Base and Tea, or no to Dominique? But anyway, so when
like both.
probably. So when Pastor Cal comes over there, it's about time that he called out a couple, telling them like, why'd you lie? Honestly, hey, we could have did that. Matter of fact, me and Cassandra or Millennial were talking about last night where was the why'd you lie from all the way back to Mika, Michael, and Chris and Paige? Where was it then? You know what I'm saying? So you just now figuring out that somebody is lying about the things that they don't want. He called them out on because Dominique spoke for them both, saying, well, we didn't get everything that was on the top of our list. Well, if your mom signed you up for the show, how does she know what was on the top of your list? Because I don't know what's on top of my kids' list. I can guess what I think they may like, but a lot of the guesses are based off of maybe people in the past, but not necessarily who they may talk to today, So I don't know. I just think that she's coming off very, again, princessy and my way or the highway. And I just think, honestly, I think McKinley is tired of her more than she's tired of him. Because I just think that she got into marriage thinking, you know what? I really don't want to be married, versus McKinley, who may not necessarily be ready either, but gave it a try. But by the time they got to the end of that honeymoon, he was like, I don't want to be.
Really, it all boils down to McKinley is not impressed. He's not impressed. Your apartment, okay, this is a little 1-bedroom. He come from money. That ain't nothing.
Right.
He ain't gonna be really. It's an apartment, and you lucky he humble. He humble enough to be making money and staying in somebody's basement. So it's not like he judging you like that. He just like, it's a nice apartment, and you're gonna leave it at that. He's just not gonna go into detail about it. But if you really wanted him to be like more into your business, you should have just been like, hey, look at this. This is my prized possession. This and this and this, and then maybe he'll piggyback questions. But he do got to stop just sitting there like a deer.
Mm-hmm.
It's awkward if I'm just talking and you just,
I got you. Let me stop you real quick. Dolores, you asked what times People's Couch come on. I just looked on my TV. For me, probably for you too, it's 8 p.m., which means it's on. You're in DC, which means it's on now. So it's on now. It says Couples Couch poised for battle. Former cast members watched the latest episode for the very first time. They're now holding back. They provide commentary. So it's only an hour. So I got time. I'll take a look at it, do a quick review for a premiere and see, like I said, who it touches. And if it goes okay, then I'll continue to do it. But we'll see. The only people I know who's on the show coming up is Beth and Jamie. And I'm still surprised they're still together, honestly, because I really didn't think they would make it. And I'm not sure who else is coming. I think I saw Shanice and Jepti. But other than that, I don't know who's going to be.
Shanice and Jet. It's a no. It is an absolute no. Them two.
I thought I saw them. Yes. Yes, yes. You don't agree with them? Kirby says Dominique is completely crushed its manhood. Oh, his manhood? Is that what you're trying to say, Kirby? I think that McKinley is this close to telling her off if he hasn't already. Because his energy just kept building, and he's just like, he's sick of her. Her energy. Now, somebody said, let me see. Somebody said that Mac acts different off camera. Now, I did see the after party where Dominique, said that, you know, for the first 10, 15 minutes before Cal came, he was saying he was going to say this, and this. You know, he was all bravado. But then when Cal came, he tucked his tail between his legs. That's a quote from her, not from me. So, I don't know. Maybe McKinley pulled back just to hear what Cal had to say at first and didn't want to rock the boat, but I don't know. They are more on eggshells than I thought they were. I thought it was just Dominique, but clearly it seems to be them both. So I'll be interested to know if they even get to the friends and family, because in next week's episode, it looks like she's just standing there looking at him and they're talking about things, and I don't know if anybody's coming over. Like, who would come? I mean, to see his mom again? Who was
I wouldn't invite my family. I'm like, I don't think it's no point in inviting our family, especially they're gonna ask us about each other. You know, we ain't really talking, so
yeah.
Let's just call it the party a dud and just
call it dud.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's been a few couples along the way that didn't invite the family along to the get together. So if they weren't doing good, but I don't know, this to be on episode 9, 8, is 8. What is this? What's the show giving so far, everybody? What do you think it's giving? Are we learning anything new? Or, I mean, all but one couple don't even seem like they're going forward. So there's no progression. Nobody's really talking other than Chris and Nicole. Is it just me, or are you all seeing the same thing?
It's given Married at First Sight is trying to get canceled.
Trying. I think
it's giving Love is Blind vibes. And Love is Blind is only on season 3. And everybody is like really not in tune. Like when it first came out during the pandemic, popping.
Right.
Look at that. Married at First Sight, really lucky it got this far for this many seasons. But I think they either gotta get some new experts.
Right.
I love Pastor Cal. I don't really think they should even get new experts. But if they gonna go a direction, it's just like a bad team. You gonna fire the coach, or you gonna get you some new players. So maybe the coaches need to be more involved, like they used to be. Not saying that it will, it will give them a better chance. I feel like when they go on vacation, it should be a therapy type program. Like we're gonna guide you through. So after 8 weeks, we've given you the tools so you guys can figure out how to resolve conflict as a married couple, because they need to learn how to be married. They ready for something they don't know how to do. And I don't think you got to be open. And like these people, they hate the people they with now. What you gonna do in 5 years when that person ain't the same? Because your wife ain't gonna be the same she was when you married her at 20.
That's true.
At 30.
That's true. Sharon says they're giving nothing. Ashley says only one couple's gonna stay married. Dolores says it's so boring giving nothing. Larisha, hi Larisha. Most mismatched couples this season. And Kirby says MAFS was better when it came out until it got to season 10. Season 10 was Mika and Michael. That was a turning point, though. That was a turning point because we got a lot of drama on that season. But I think it was a good season, though. I think it was a good season. Season 10.
It went downhill after that one black dude.
Chris and Paige?
That one dude who was the teacher. He was the teacher, and the girl name was Jasmine. She was a thick girl, and he wasn't into her. Ever since then, that's when it fell off to me because I was like, oh, that's when all the delusional people it started right
I
there.
gotta think about it because there's been a lot of people along the way who should have never made the show. Ask Why, hello, says most of the couples seem stuck at square one or going in reverse as they nitpick each other. Definitely for sure this season. And hello to the Jasmine show. Yeah. So, all right. Well, wait, let's see. Jasmine and Imani, you mean?
Imani. Nah, what was his name? Mike or Will? He like kind of had a big nose or something. I don't know what his name. But she just had a baby like maybe a year ago.
I gotta look that one up. I gotta look that up too.
I know her name Jasmine for sure though.
Okay. So what do y'all think about, did you see the clips if you are OGs about Cody? Anybody know Cody from season 5 back in the day? They were on the show with Ashley and Anthony and Sheila and can't think.
I ain't no OG. I don't know them.
Yeah, and then Mindy and Lindy and Miguel, they're divorcing, so we knew that. Oh, Will from Philly. Well, they were the only ones who stayed together so far. Which Jephty and it's Jephty and Shanice. Shanice. That's who Jephty's with, Kirby, not Jasmine. What'd you say, Jasmine? Chicago?
Yeah, I think it was Chicago, yeah. Like she wore the lingerie and made him some salmon.
Oh yeah.
And she was expecting to have sex and they ain't do nothing that night.
Right. Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about now. Yeah, married first. Yeah, they took a turn then for sure. So really, that was it for this episode. I mean, nothing really happens now. What'd you say, Larisha? Jasmine and Will from Philly.
Yeah.
Okay. Philly or Chicago? So now you got me thinking.
That's their names though, for sure. I don't know where they was from.
Okay. Because we've been bombarded with 2 seasons a year now. It used to be like 6 months in between. Now it's like 3 months in between. Matter of fact, I think the next one is already like Denver or something like that after this. I think it's Denver. Something like that. I heard. I could be wrong, but it could be upcoming. Now, is anyone watching? And no, we're not reviewing it. Married at First Sight, the UK. Anyone watching that? They said that's also going to premiere tonight too. So I don't know if it's going to be the same concept of Married at First Sight America or Married at First Sight Australia.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, I'm sure it's Married at First Sight everywhere. Matter of fact, it's on tonight too. 97. It's on tonight too. Season 7, episode 1. Wow, they're on 7 seasons. They're just bringing it to America, so maybe they know that this season of Married at First Sight America is not hit to bring that in. So, well, I'll do the People's Couch later. Like I said, I'll try it, but the other ones, the UK and the Australia, no, I won't do it. I may put it on the record just to see what they're talking about, but it's a lot that's a lot of Married at First Sight to review. So, anyways, anything else? Any expectations for next week for the get together? Everybody?
I think it's gonna be good to see what the families peep game on. When they be like, I wonder if Jasmine's family gonna be like, I don't think he like you, girl. Or they gonna pick up on that, or he gonna play the role and act like they a happy couple. Like, who family gonna peep game and somebody just which person on the show is gonna keep it a buck and tell both families where they really are. Be like, look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm struggling with being attracted to her because she's not my type. Or Clint might say something. Like, maybe I could see Clint tell him, like, look, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, we coolish, but I made a comment back in when we were on vacation. This is the comment, and ever since then, it's just been real touch and go.
I think I saw Jasmine get upset talking to somebody. I don't know if it's his family or her family, but she's upset sitting at the table. So I think she's definitely going to say something. Anybody else? I'm not sure. maybe Kirsten's friends will dig in deep because they were already digging at the at the wedding reception. So she may say something off the wall, but yeah, I think Nicole and Chris are in the sweet spot right now, so they really don't have too much to say. I don't know if Jasmine and McKinley will even get to the friends and family, like you said. And then who else? I don't know. It's a reach for Clint and Gina to do something together. I think maybe Clint will with his boys, but that's about it to me. I don't know.
Do you think they Gina or her are gonna move in or no?
No, she don't want to move in. She said it in front of Cal, so why would she change her mind?
What about what's her name? Dom.
No. I think next week is gonna be one of those two final week there. I really do. And I say that because the way that Dom was acting on the after show, she just seemed like she was still going to be around. That wasn't the vibes I was getting. So, and then we didn't get her answer from Pastor Cal last week either. Right. Jasmine needs to speak up. But I don't think, even if Jasmine does speak up, I don't think that's going to make a bit of difference with Airris because he's not attracted to her. So I don't think it'll make a difference at all. So, I mean, I don't even know if there could be a potential with anybody else. There's too many problems with either one or both. So hold on. All right, I'm gonna bring you up, but we're not gonna be here too much longer, ma'am. Are you ready? I know. Are you ready? Okay. I know. It's okay. I know
my work meeting went way too long. I'm sorry.
I can't never hear every time.
That's okay. I can hear you. He can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Your hair's cute.
Thank you. I want to know, why is Airris' cousin such a hater? Why does she feel the need to keep saying how much she just is not feeling this? It's like literally speaking into existence. Like if this man is trying to commit to the process, like you already said that, you didn't want him to get married or you didn't support him getting married. You've said it like 15 times. We don't need to know after he got married and is dealing with it. It's like I told you so, but it's not even to the I told you so level yet. Like they're still getting to know each other. She's not giving her a chance. Right. And that's what I think they were foreshadowing to Jasmine being like, I'm not really rocking with that, because I feel like she has to prove herself in so many different ways. Like to him already, she feels that way. And then like, I feel like his family outside of her was cool, but I don't like this cousin.
Right. Well, Sharon says she feels that they're kissing cousins, but I'm not sure of how much of the show that you heard before. But I will say that I came up with maybe epiphany that remember when Airris said that him and Jasmine have some of the same friends in the same group that they're in. So maybe the cousin knows the lady that Airris slept with as well, and she knows a little bit more about Jasmine. So maybe there's more information the cousin knows about Jasmine. So maybe that's why she don't like her like that. Because there's no reason for your true cousin to be hating on your relationship like this, in my opinion.
All right, so I'm trying to think about it. What does kissing cousin mean, first and foremost?
Meaning, like maybe your play cousin. That's not your real cousin.
Oh, but I'm pretty sure that's their real cousins, because that's like her dad on her dad's side. On his dad's side, I think his dad and her dad were brothers. I feel like that came up.
I don't recall that at all. I know they said they were cousins. I don't remember what they said or how they said it's possible, but Sharon tends to think that they're more than just allegedly couples. I mean, cousins.
But you know what? Now I'm trying to think from the cousin's perspective, because I do have a cousin that if he called me and told me, oh yeah, I'm getting married, I would be like, are you crazy? I would be on the exact same thing. He's basically Airris. So like, I would be like, no, you don't need to do this. But I know he wouldn't do that. So I don't have to worry about that. But maybe he's like really worse than we think. Like, behind closed doors, and she don't want to put him all the way on blast, but she's like, yo, like, what are you doing? But I think now it's too late for her to do that.
I think that's what the problem is too. And like I said, since there's a correlation of how they know each other or how they slept and everything, I think maybe somebody knows somebody about somebody, and I know her, I know him, she was with him, I don't like her, and you don't need to be getting married. But Also, too, but they didn't know that information till the honeymoon. So there's a piece that's missing there as to why the cousin is
It's a group chat. It's a group chat we ain't seen yet. That's what it is. There's a whole side conversation that's happening that we don't know about.
Let's see. That's why it says on the after party, Airris mentioned how they're related. Possibly. I don't get to watch every after party, but they could have said how they're related. But it's still, even if you roll with your cousins like that, or your brother, your siblings, or whoever. I mean, he's 39. If that's what they want to do, you just kind of let them do that. If they fall, they gotta fall, right? They're old enough to know better. But I just think that this cousin is just like really pushing the agenda. So clearly, yes, there's something she knows that we don't. And I wonder if it's going to come out anytime soon, whether it be from Airris or from her. Because she clearly said that she didn't want to even be bothered coming over for the friends and family.
Yeah, I feel like it's just borderline like rude though. Like it's like I'm gonna end this relationship for you is what it's giving. Like
yeah.
I think she just pushing it too hard. Like what if Jasmine is like a great person? Like just because you know how do I explain it? Like you might be with somebody, right? And like your family member doesn't necessarily like they're not their cup of tea, but if they treat you good, then I don't see what the issue is. Like
right.
I think people are too involved. I'm a big proponent of like, if you don't pay any bills over here, then mind your business.
Right.
The cousin need to get some of that energy and keep it in her household. I'm just saying.
So what do you think about the other couples?
Dom is crazy. But I understand both of their perspectives a little bit. But I thought it was funny that Pastor Kyle was like, Mac is not broke. He's everything you asked for. So I think he low-key got some money stacked.
Well, they said he owns a cannabis business.
Yeah.
So
his mama offered him $70,000. What an odd number to just offer somebody to not get married. Like
that's why I said he definitely has some money, and like she's not even giving him a chance to like see who he is. So now he just offended. Now they just fighting, and so is Gina and Clint fighting about the same thing.
Right, but if your mother signed you up for the show, it's your mother's signing you up. It's not you signing up for the show.
That was my go-to from the beginning. Like I don't think she's emotionally mature enough to do this. She I expected him to have more. Like I just think that the thing she said was offensive, because even somebody can be established and have all of this stuff. Suppose he had a house and he sold it, like because he don't have a house now. She basically was saying he's a bum. Is basically what she was saying.
Exactly, and she can't see the bigger picture, and that's part of the problem. And like I was saying earlier, now it seems like he's matching her energy.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like that. And again, it's the emotional intelligence that she's lacking. And I'm not saying you can't be 25 with emotional intelligence, but there is levels to everything as you age, as you get older. There's certain milestones you reach. It may not be like 25, 30, 35, 40, but you do, step. There's levels to everything. And she just hasn't reached that level of the maturity to be married. So because
I wasn't ready at 25 to be married for sure. So I feel like you shouldn't get married till you're like 30. That's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, listen, I was married and had 2 kids by the time I was 25, but that was me. That was different. This is now. Yeah. But that's not for everybody. That's not for everybody.
It's definitely not for her. If your mom got to sign you up for it, it's not for you. If you went and did it, then I could take that. But it's giving like, my mom gave me pressure and I'm going to commit and I'm going to see this through now. They don't want to pay the $20,000 to break the contract.
What do you think about Nicole and Chris saying, we say yes on decision day every day? What do you think about that and this dogs?
I think she's a psycho. I think she's a psycho.
It's some eyes.
I think she's just too much. She's like, it is an experiment. Yes, you're married, but like, I think she's going to scare him away, which is the reason why I think he was like, yeah, let's resign these leases just in case he got a dip. Okay. Because I'm like, you coming on too strong. And then even when Pastor Kyle was asking about if she's going to, if he feels like hesitant that she's going to like curse him out or go off of him at some point, I'm like, it's going to happen. We all waiting for it.
Right.
I just hope he's standing up for himself.
Yep. When he tell her no on decision though, she gonna be on every little Married at First Sight Instagram post doing live.
I want to interview Nicole.
And she probably give it to you.
She probably will.
She would.
What do you think about Jasmine and Airris?
I just don't see it. I don't see it. I would like to, I'm always rooting for everybody black, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I think that he doesn't have, with his family in his ear and him roiling his oats across all of Nashville, it's not going to work.
He's a rolling his oats. And Shaquille and Kirsten?
If she can get, it's giving me Miles and Karen a little bit, and that makes me nervous because I think he's a great catch. I think he's everything she actually needs. But it depends on how open she allows him to be. And I'm pretty sure they might be getting a divorce, like Miles and Karen. So
what?
I don't know if they are. I'm not confirming this, but like I was watching on Instagram, they are not on each other's stuff at all. Like,
did y'all see the short that I put out? They got 2K views.
Yeah.
Okay. It's possible. But he said, y'all need to mind your business.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a baby? No.
That
was Randall. That was Randall and whatever his friend.
Yeah.
Woody.
Yeah.
All right. And who else am I going to ask you about? Who was for the final one? Clint and Gina?
That's not going to work. It's just not going to work. They're going to have to move out that building. They live in the same building. They're going to have to move. It's not
well, it looks like it's a big luxury type building, so they may have like room to walk and whatever where they won't see each other, whatever. But with her saying that she didn't feel comfortable, she feels like she's going to walk on eggshells, and then Cal pushed her on it, and she said, well, no, I still need to go day by day. And then he said, you're either going to be in this marriage or you're not. She said she wants to make it work, but I'm still not moving in.
Yeah, I don't think that it's going to work with them, just because like she's willing to die on the hill of like, you said I was fat, basically, which he didn't say. He apologized. He took accountability for it. Right. But then she won't take accountability for offending him in any way. So like, I feel like he's like trying to overlook it and keep moving past it. But like everything is a comparison, and two petty people can't be together.
Very true. Very true. Mm-hmm. So what are your expectations, or not, let me rephrase that. What are you looking for on the next episode with the friends and family? Do you think that anybody's really going to get along? Or since
I really want to see, I want to see Nicole's dad around Chris is what I would love to see. Because he was like kind of pressing him out when he first met him anyway.
True.
So I'm curious how that goes, especially since I feel like they're probably doing the best right now. Mm-hmm. And then I want to see like if Kirsten's friends give Shaq something to work with, basically some insight, like a sweet spot, something of that nature. He says she got line sisters, so that's usually a good person to get in with to figure out how to be there for her.
Who's she with? Who's her for turn? Who's her?
I'm not gonna say it, but I can guess it off the top of my head based on how she be acting. But I'm not gonna say it.
Start with a D?
No.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
It's just not.
Sorry. So, yeah, I don't know. But she said she wasn't attracted to him. Airris said he wasn't attracted to Jasmine. Dominique's not attracted to McKinley. Gina's not attracted to Clint. So what do we have left? Chris and Nicole. They're the show.
They need to have like 20 pictures of 20 different guys and be like, all right, mark off the ones that are absolutely
that's valid to say. Like, that's a valid suggestion, to be honest. Pick the 3 that will be your top. Like, because if they had a picture of 20 different people, like, then you'll start seeing a trend. Oh, they're attracted to this part, or they like dark features, or they like this, or like physically. I feel like that's what we're missing with this, because they keep missing the mark physically.
Yeah, they do. But
that's important. It's important at the end of the day. You can't say it's not. It is.
But bald head should have been said the first time. Like you can't get past that. I'm just going to stick with that. I don't like someone with the bald head. How come that never came up?
I'm sorry, but if you're like 30, that's generally when you start hitting half of the men be bald. Okay. I'm
just saying that's what she said though. Why didn't she express?
I understand. But I know for a fact she couldn't be with Airris. I think she would find the Airris attractive, but it wouldn't work.
Not long term.
No, she would be like, if she got a problem with
about
Shaq.
35, them waves, I told y'all them waves is already, the hairline already a little, what's going on?
Nah. You stay on that hairline. So
I'm telling you.
Well, the question was asked before I let you all go. Am I watching the People's Couch? And I said I was going to take a peek at it and do a premiere. So the premiere means, if you're still watching, that is going to show, but it seems like I'm live, but I'm not live. I'm just doing the review. So I'm going to do that for one episode to see how it is, to see what kind of number it brings. Otherwise, it'll be one and done. And then, are you guys going to do it too or no?
I don't even know. I literally just found out about it like a couple hours ago because I was like looking to see when the next episode, like the title of the episode, and I was like, People's Couch, what is this? Couples Couch, what is this? Yeah. Because I remember back in the day, TLC used to have this show called The People's Couch, which was my show. So I thought that's what it was. I got excited, but it's not. It's just the Couples Couch.
And then after that goes off is Married at First Sight UK. So are you guys doing that? I'm not doing that. Just around people to you if you're doing it. So because I'm not going to do that one.
I may give the UK one a chance.
I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm gonna watch an episode and see how I feel about it. But Vince is gonna be like, I'm sick of Married at First Sight. I know that for a fact.
It's season 7, episode 1. So they've been on set, like I was saying before you came on. Yeah. They've been on 7 seasons. So I guess maybe they're bringing it over to America because maybe this season is trash. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the same thing they've been doing though. They've been doing like even when they brought Australia to America, it was like after it had been airing there. I guess it's just ratings, and it's easy to keep the franchise going at this point.
I don't know. We'll see. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining.
Of course.
Everyone in the chat will be back next Thursday to talk about it. Open invitations for everyone to come on back. Appreciate it. Bye, Devontae. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Jazz. Take care. Thank you to everyone in the chat, and we'll see you next time. All right, everyone. Live simply. Be grateful.